G'day, I'm Paul Kennedy, TV presenter, junior sporting coach and passionate advocate for child safety. All kids should be allowed to have fun in sport, free from harm and different types of abuse. There are lots of ways that adults can protect children, and in this video series we talk about important advice for everyone involved in sport. It's critical children participate in decision making and are taken seriously. To be safe, kids need to be listened to and valued. Too often, adults make junior sport all about them and the children's voices are lost, but they must be put first. So what can your club do? Well, it can set up a kids advisory group to get input from children about their experiences. It can let children give feedback in ways friendly to them, use suggestion boxes or simple surveys. You can talk to the kids before and during the season to let them know what you're doing to keep them safe. As a club or association, it's really important to make sure people working with children are suitable and supported. This includes both paid workers and volunteers. Here are a few ways you can select and support the right people to coach and manage children. Meet your working with children check requirements. Make sure you can carry out meaningful reference checks on staff and volunteers. Ensure volunteers are accredited. Run inductions with all staff and volunteers where child safety is prioritised. It's critical to have a child-friendly complaints process. Sports clubs often have procedures for adults, but not children. Do children at your club feel comfortable and supported enough to raise concerns? Here are some ideas. Have a child-friendly complaints policy that kids understand and can use. Make sure children, families, staff and volunteers understand that policy. Openly encourage people to come forward with their concerns about child protection. And always take complaints seriously and make sure you respond thoroughly, quickly and fairly. Your club needs to have child-safe policies and procedures. Before you start creating policies, a really important first step is to check with your state and national peak body to see what is already in place in your sport. Remember, policies are only useful if you use them and talk about them with all your members. Make sure everyone knows what is expected of them. Codes of conduct with clear lists and do's and don'ts are also helpful. You need leadership. Club leaders must champion child-safe policies. Staff, volunteers, families, kids should all be able to access policies and understand them. It's not enough to have a few dot points in a handbook that no one ever reads. Child safety is embedded in club leadership, governance and culture. Protecting children and keeping them safe has to be part of everything that your club does. Here are some practical ways to do this. Have a club child safety commitment statement that champions child safety. Have staff and volunteers sign up to codes of conduct describing appropriate and inappropriate behaviour. Regularly discuss child safety at meetings, inductions and training. Develop a risk plan. Discuss the dangers to children at your club and how they can be minimised. Child safety is not one person's responsibility. Everyone at your club has a role and it's a culture that you need to build. So start making your club child safe today.